SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket has successfully landed upright at Cape Canaveral this morning after traveling into space and back. It's the first time the rocket's been able to touch back down after launching and is a big first step towards reusable rockets. The launch was also the first time SpaceX has flown since June after one of its rockets exploded while heading to the International Space Station. I'm joined now by Charles Atkeison, a space journalist who's at Cape Canaveral. Please, can you explain why this is so significant?
This is so significant in the terms of we are moving forward into the future with rockets. Commercial space flight has now seen, after 10 minutes after the launch of a rocket, sending 11 satellites into orbit, coming back down, landing here on America's space coast at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station, standing upright on its on the Earth, on the land. Headlines across the world are going to say the Falcon has landed, reminiscent to Neil Armstrong's famous words back in 1969.
Now, you were there, Charles. What was that like? I mean, it must be a fairly spectacular thing to experience.
Well, it was also very exciting over in California as well, Hawthorne, California, headquarters for SpaceX. As we watched the launch live here at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station, it was a beautiful launch. There was this strong anticipation with everyone. Will it go? It went, beautiful liftoff, and everything was right on the money. From staging to the engine burns to the release of the 11 satellites from Orbcomm on time. But the key and the highlight of the launch was not only the successful deployment of the 11 satellites, but it was the landing 10 minutes after launch of that first stage of SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket.
Because back in June, it was unsuccessful, was it not? Do you know why it worked out this time?
That's correct. What SpaceX engineers did was they took a look at the debris that littered the area, they recovered it, and they were able to take a look at pretty much the film, and that about 2 minutes, 19 seconds after the launch, what they saw was a strut in the staging broke free, hit a helium tank, causing the explosion. It was also a major loss for NASA because it was part of the COTS program for commercial spaceflight. It was actually sending a resupply vehicle up to the International Space Station on June 28.
So what do you think this will mean for other space missions?
Well, what it is it's another step forward. I want to send congratulations to SpaceX and also to Orbcomm, because they were able, Orbcomm is the satellite manufacturer, they were able to get this vehicle up. And what it's going to mean forward is we're going to start to see the trend of commercial launch vehicles, hopefully going up to the International Space Station. 2 years from now, we're going to begin to see human space flights from America's Space Coast up to the International Space Station as well. So it's a major step forward in the commercialization of space flight.
Charles, thank you very much. Charles Atkeison, the space journalist, joining us from Cape Canaveral.